Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now November 17th of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, you name it, and exactly what this new expanded universe is going to look like in comparison to the Kathleen Kennedy era of Star Wars. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they are trying to get out of this phase of desperation and damage control to really get the ball rolling again when it comes to Star Wars. Essentially, what they really want to do at the end of the day is that they really want to bring back a lot of Star Wars Legends material, as well as original content that we have yet to see at all within the Disney universe. Now, with, of course, Star Wars evolving, week by week with The Mandalorian Season 2, and how we're going to get multiple seasons of that after 2, including a 3rd and 4th season already in the works. A lot of things are coming into play here with Star Wars overall, given that Kathleen Kennedy is only working on one project, and George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni are all working together as a team to deliver as much authentic material as possible. However, what's really intriguing all has to do with actor Mark Hamill, the very actor who portrayed Luke in the originals and in the sequel trilogy, which was very well criticized. A lot of fans out there had a lot of issues with The Last Jedi, and rightfully so. So, with that being said, of course, now with the Skywalker saga now over, both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new universe as well as their new trilogy of movies. However, it's explained that Bob Iger and Chapek are actively developing new movies and TV shows as we speak. However, recently it's explained that actor Mark Hamill has been showing some deep regret about the Star Wars fandom. It's noted that in a recent interview, Mark Hamill apologized to the fans by saying how he is sorry for voicing his opinion about The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, and that he feels responsible for dividing the Star Wars fandom across the board. Now, let me stop right there for a second, is that it was not Mark Hamill's fault in any way, shape, or form. Mark Hamill can feel as much as he wants to feel that way, but it was not his fault for dividing the fan base. Hamill was simply voicing his opinion about how Rian Johnson was delivering the character of Luke Skywalker and how he just did not agree with it. Mark Hamill was not having it. We've seen those interviews. I'm sure that you guys know what I'm talking about, where Mark Hamill, back in 2017, you could see it on his face. He knew about the nightmare that was coming into theaters. And you could see it on his face. He was scared about how people were going to view his character as his older self, how the movie was going to be seen by the audience. I mean, you can only imagine what was going through his head, right? So, further on top of all of this, the fact that Kathleen Kennedy had approved a lot of Rian Johnson's ideas, it just goes to show you that Kathleen Kennedy never really cared about the Star Wars fandom. So, moving on beyond all of this, alright, given that Mark Hamill was very sorry about the way things went with The Last Jedi and how a lot of fans were very much against that movie, alright, Hamill went on to unveil that he feels deep regret for what he said about the direction of Luke Skywalker and the sequel trilogy, since he feels he also put pressure on Disney to fix aspects of The Last Jedi in Episode 9. Hamill went on to say that he also is very sorry for being too loud about his opinions on the character of Luke Skywalker on social media, like Twitter and Facebook. Hamill is described to feel that he is the one that caused the criticism of director Rian Johnson, and that he feels terrible that he ever made a controversy of The Last Jedi as a movie, and that Hamill is said to have retracted his statements on The Last Jedi to make the Star Wars fandom more united. So, it's one thing to feel bad about, what you might have said or how the fans reacted based on what you said, but it's another thing for yourself to retract those statements. I feel that Hamill should really stick with his word and stick by his beliefs of how he feels about Luke Skywalker and how he feels about The Last Jedi. To me, it just seems like that, this apology and him feeling sorry and saying sorry to the Star Wars fans is just a way to regulate, the division between fans that like the sequels and fans that do not like the sequels. And I can understand from a certain point of view here, no pun intended, but that Mark Hamill can actually, very well feel pressure upon the fans based on what he actually said with The Last Jedi. So, like I've said before, I mean, I think that obviously Disney probably got to Mark Hamill. That's how it comes off to me. It comes off as if Disney got to Mark Hamill and said, retract your statements, try to make peace, with, the fans that actually like or dislike The Last Jedi and how they view you now based on what you said about the character of Luke, all these different things, right? So, like I've said before in the past, I think that regardless, we're on the road to success when it comes to Star Wars. A lot of good things are coming our way. And yeah, so guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.